prices on the island. We offer a variety of colors, including zinc sheets. Also, take advantage of our unique roofing patterns, U-panel, industrial, and crimp Spanish style. Visit us at the Diamond Industrial Estate. Call us at 784-456-9900 or email bmlsvg@gmail.com. Galvaloon, a product of International Standard Metals.
Is here. Counting down to Love Notes, May 20th. Love and Laughter, featuring the musical genius Darren Andrews and a cast of SVG's best entertainers, and the performance of a lifetime by the Caribbean's best ever to do it, Oliver Samuels a la Jamaica. Tickets regular $100, VIP $190. At Pulse, Four Shells, Gate 3, and Chill Spot. Celebrate with Mom at Love Notes, Love and Laughter, Saturday, May 20th. Sponsors Downtown Pharmacy, Easy Bake, STV Online, Echo Fines, Sunset Shores, National Properties Limited, Asberg News Network, Geku, Bank of SVG, National Lotteries Authority, Island Sips Water, UE, Mariners Hotel, St. Vincent Brewery Limited, St. Vincent Time, Flow, Exquisite Events SVG, and Stewart Engineering Limited.
Morning time, it is some 18 minutes before the 8 o'clock hour here on a Thursday morning. Here's where we now bring you into the little tete-a-tete that we have each and every morning. Right. As a matter of fact, it's more than that. A whole deal of interaction here on the Star. The morning scoop it is. And yours truly, Eddie Anthony Denny, alongside the brother Sion Marshall. Just a reminder to be part of it. Your number is 451-7827. And also you can send us your WhatsApp messages and voice notes at 534-7827. Morning.
Morning. Yeah. And good morning to the scoopers as well. It's a beautiful Thursday morning here at St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Always happy to be live with you and share the morning with you, whether it is that you're going to work, going home from work, you're already at work and you have a little radio day in the mountain and you have a little transistor radio day, wherever you are. I was making a point to somebody recently, because they were talking about social media and Facebook and how much views they get and so on. And I said, listen, not beat radio,
Real radio too.
Because we may have 50, 40, 30, even 100 and something individuals on the live viewing our program, but we have thousands listening to it on radio across this country. And as I said that, I remember Mrs. Reddock, I think is the name, in Peterborough, a good friend of my mother. And when I went to North Leeward on Sunday, my mother stopped and passed by Mrs. Reddock to say hi because she hadn't seen her for a while. And Mrs. Reddock said, "Listen, I listen to your son every day, So Mrs. Reddock there in Peterborough, good morning to you. I trust you're having a good one. And you're in good spirits this morning. To all my people up in North Leeward, I know they're planning a big thing up in the Rose Hall sometime next month. Denny, you should be involved in that. Well, at least you should be hearing about that. Because they will be requiring involvement of the CDC. So
that's why Sally was trying to flag me down the other day.
I figure. I think you are right. Not ready. You are yes, man. So Evan Moncton yesterday. What we went to know.
Where the church is going on the corner there in Bible. The little monk there. That's where you went?
That's between you and Ev. If you have something that you want to tell Ev, you tell Ev yourself. Don't involve me at all. Don't involve me at all. So that's where we are. So let me say good day really to all the listeners across the country who would tune into Star every single day. And those who are, then I told you last time when I went to North Leeward, as far as spring, I was getting Star on 98.3. But as I ventured further up, it became, almost impossible. And then eventually it disappeared.
You didn't switch to 104.3?
104 working?
Should be working.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Because the last time I went to the Windward side and I tried 104, it didn't work. And that was when we had the bridge opening.
Well, that's just last week.
Exactly. So I don't think the 104 is working. I'm pretty sure it ain't working. Right. So this morning, Denny, what are we talking about?
Before that, just had to mention before postpone anybody called. Yes, we got hammered yesterday, and
Yeah. I'm not. to mention that is like beating a man while he down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, never mind you guys initially the same level of grace for me in Chelsea, you know. But for me to even begin to bring up the fact that Real Madrid, that's why Blinker wake up. Real Madrid was just
Took a thumping.
oh my God, you always picked apart yesterday.
Walloped.
Yeah, you know. So I don't really believe that this city is here, but not so fast. Eh? Not so fast. Let me see what Inzaghi and Lukaku them had to do. Had to say about that. You know. So yeah, but so you will not this year.
Yeah, one Copa del Rey.
Copa, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's like nothing.
Yeah, essentially. That's like Man U and the
Carabao Cup.
Carabao. Yeah, that's anyway. Oh my Lord.
FC, he went up to the volcano.
Yeah, whatever.
Huh?
Oh yeah, whatever. Please.
Yeah.
Well, me see, I'm no researching me now back a surprise. I guess you know if talk about. Okay. I hear that. Yesterday, before yesterday, when Dr. Gonzalez called the program, he addressed the issue of the lives of the NPP. And he urged Vincentians to, and I think it's a good theme that we should really focus on, to believe what your eyes see and ignore the lying tongues of men. Believe what your eyes see and ignore the lying tongues of men, because we know that they tell lies naturally. Now, the morning when Dr. Gonzalez called, we had started to talk about the issue of information and how there was a scarcity of information back in the day. We talked in 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s. You had one radio station controlled strictly by the government. They tried to have interactive talk programs, something called Searchlight, that Ev and Dave Roberts used to call in on. It's FCSO, eh? It's FCSO, right? They cut that off because, boy, too much dissent, and they couldn't deal with dissent. It's amazing that individuals who lived through that period and members of the NDP who constructed and oversaw that period are now coming today to talk about dissent and no dissent, when with one radio station the government ensured that there was no public dissent, that nobody could call in and say what they don't like. We discussed, if you remember, listeners, that during that period of time, Parliament was hardly held. And whenever it was held, we didn't even know. That is why, for example, you had laws like the Wild Act that people didn't know about until afterwards. That's why Attlee Hall happened and nobody knew. Nobody knew what was happening with the negotiation. Many things happened in Parliament, or happened from the standpoint of the executive. Because remember also that between 1989 and 1994, between 1989 and 1994, there was no opposition in the Parliament. None. And I remember Q.C. Campbell making the point that he advised then Prime Minister Mitchell to appoint 2 senators, opposition senators, and he refused. During that period, there was very little information available. And so people were lied to, people were deceived, people were misinformed because you just didn't know. So when certain individuals were able to come by bush and so on and argue and talk, and the louder they talk, the more convincing they are because they don't know. Today is a different period, you know. Because in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, let me list them. We have NBC Radio. We have Star Radio. We have WeFM. We have Nice Radio. We have Boom FM. We have Hot FM. We have Extreme Radio. That's 7. And the reason why I stop at 7 is because these 7 all have interactive programs. These 7 all have programs where the people from the general public can call in and air their views and make nice and see what they look like and criticize. All of them. Even NBC, when PM is on, people call PM and challenge him when he's on. That never happened under the NDP. That never happened under the NDP. But aside from the fact that you have all of this dissent and whatever it is coming out on many of the morning programs, you also are in a situation where there is the availability of information. You have at least 7 radio stations you could turn to if you want to know what's going on. 7. We are no longer reliant on one TV station because we are cable. So we know what's going on locally, regionally, and internationally. And then, of course, your social media.
The digital space, right?
So access to information and availability of information ain't a problem. Therefore, let me say this. It is the responsibility of every individual, every citizen of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, every resident of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to make sure that you inform yourself because the information is available. You just need to choose your source. You just need to choose your source. So when people tell me they never heard about Prime and they never heard about On-Site and they didn't hear about the woman empowerment, would that be? Me no bother. You didn't know that applications are now open for the tuition scholarships. Where are you going for your information? What is the source of your information? And I tell you this, if you do not choose a source of information, you are in effect choosing a source of misinformation. So if you ain't coming to Star for the information, if you ain't going to NBC for the information, if you ain't going to WeFM for the information, then chances are you listen to Hot FM for commerce. And I could tell you, you ain't going to hear about On-Site. If that is all you're listening to, you would not know that applications are open for tuition scholarships. And so, sometime in September, you're going to meet me in town and tell me about your son or your daughter or yourself who go in UE or doing some program somewhere and you want assistance. And I'm going to ask you, did you apply for the tuition assistance? Would that be Mr. Marshall? How come you didn't hear about that? And I'll ask you, what were you listening to? What were you listening to? Then it ain't frustrating. It ain't frustrating to be coming every single morning. Every single morning. Monday to Friday. Doing this thing. And then people out there choose instead to be misinformed.
Well, I share your concern, certainly. And as you rightly put it, they're reliable media houses in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, including the Star, NBC, WeFM, that on a daily basis update the public on matters of national concern, bringing the facts to the table, and also giving the opportunity to its listeners to call in and, air their concerns. There have been instances also where the negativity slips in, but we don't do like the others. and shut you out or cut you off. You get the opportunity to ventilate. And following that, certainly we direct you into the right path and give you the correct information. It's all up to you. But I agree with you. At this juncture here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have a situation where information is abound. But very importantly, the whole matter of misinformation.
I said there's something there. Why play it?
I sent it to my WhatsApp. Sorry, to my phone.
Your phone? I
Yeah.
thought it was your laptop.
But I guess
Okay. No. It's coming again. It's coming again. Yeah, man.
All right.
It's coming again.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but the whole matter of misinformation. There are those who thrive
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on
Mhm.
misinforming people. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I want to call it radio.
Somebody sent me that clip Tuesday morning. I want to play it then. Because I want Vincentians to understand how deep the issue. You see, when uninformed people try to inform you, they misinform you.
So let me listen.
Listen.
All right.
The big story, I guess, is 5,000 over. Sorry, not 5,000. Over 5,000 devices to be distributed to students across SVG. No way. This comes on the heels of the NDP rally.
This is at the end of the school year.
Distributed in May and June, apparently.
At the end of the school year. What sense does that make? Why don't give it out at the beginning of the school year?
Get into that. It's a big announcement from Camilo Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Boy, you think they're going to have a rally without a
Boy,
response?
telling you.
What nonsense. This has been, if my memory serves me right, this was all part of Budget 2023.
In budget 2023, in January, Camilo made a statement and he told you 3,000 is one, 2,000 is another brand. He gave it the breakdown.
Wow.
But on Tuesday morning, in the month of May, February, March, April, May, 4 months later, 2 radio personalities are saying that the announcement only came because of the NDP rally that happened on the weekend.
I gotta look for that clip. I'm gonna look for it.
Minister of Finance Camilo Gonzalez in January said that they're working on getting over 5,000 laptops. He said 3,000 was, I think it's ASUN and another 2,000 is another brand. I remember a couple of weeks ago, the last week or the week before, Minister Gonzalez came into the office, the cabinet room and so on, and he had one of the laptops there. Nice. You know, when it was fold right back, but then one of them was fold right back. They're available now. And so Minister Gonzalez talked about the availability. You see, because in budget in January, the minister said that this is what we're working towards. We're working to get laptops to be distributed.
Yep.
Last week, he now talked about the fact that they are available. So that now we're talking about actually distributing them. We're talking about getting them now. We're talking about distributing them. And these 2 individuals who are in the media, who are the ones who should be informing our general public, says, oh no, big announcement. Oh, they had a rally, so they had a response, so they're going to give a laptop.
Craziness.
No, mind you, the other individual inside, they say, at the end of the school year, apparently, no more school year now start. So the school year end, and that's it for school year. It's done. So I'll give me the laptop for. Apparently, there is not going to be a September. Apparently, there is not going to be a September. Could you imagine that? Now, if you ain't listening to Budget, if you ain't listening to Star and WeFM and NBC and so forth, that gave you this, first of all, you heard it live there. And then you heard news clippings afterwards of it. And you heard ministers and so on talk about it. If you're not listening there, then you would be hearing it for the first time on Tuesday. And so you go and say, oh God. So they might give you a laptop now because NDP rally, because that is what the uninformed are misinforming you with. So it's the first time you hear that Tuesday morning, because that's what you listen to. It's the first time you're hearing that on Tuesday morning, because that is what you're listening to. But this was all a part of Budget 2023 announced by the Minister of Finance in January.
Page 43, Budget 2000.
Read it then, read it.
All right. It says, let me just back up, all right? Okay, good. A government that has worked heroically to guarantee equal education access, to institutionalize an education revolution, and to ensure that no child is left behind, could not countenance such a divide. I think that was before what happened. But okay, let's take it from here. To date, 17,000 Samsung 8-inch tablet computers have been delivered to all students attending the St. Vincent and Venice Community College, all secondary school students, and all students in grade 6 of the primary school. All teachers at those grades have also received identical devices. Additionally, the government is in the process of distributing tablets to the 5th grade primary school students using existing stocks of tablets. Budget 2021 provides the additional resources necessary to supply tablets to all grades of primary school system, as well as their teachers.
That's 2021, is it?
Well, I think that might be a
Okay, that was probably okay.
All right. While arrival of the second batch of tablets has been delayed by the complications related to the procurement procedures imposed by the funding source, we anticipate that every Vincentian student will have a tablet computer in the coming months. That's an extract from Budget 2023, presented by the Honorable Camila Gonzalez, Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, highlighting the fact that over 17,000 of these devices were distributed to students in the community college, secondary schools, primary schools at the grade 5 level. But saying in the coming months, Budget 2023 was delivered late January, early February. Right? In the coming months. February, March, April, May. 2.5 months, 3 months at most after the government is delivering on that promise made in Budget 2023.
But yet, people will have you believe that this is something that just rose up. Well, I mean, if a rally can be held on Saturday, and by Tuesday you could talk about having 5,000 laptops to deliver, what a government, eh?
What a government. What a proactive government.
What a government, eh? In a matter of 4 days, in response to a rally, we could coordinate and have 5,000 laptops to be distributed.
Wow. Boy.
What somebody say, dangerous. I think that's a good. I think that is a very appropriate word to describe them. Dangerous. Because without the information, people would not be able to make proper decisions. And their misinformation is proven to be a danger to our citizens. Hopefully not life-threatening. So there is this, we just talk about fake news and alternative facts, that the term popularized after the 2016 US general elections, presidential elections. But if you all remember, in 2009 with referendum, Israel like the NDP tell, the NDP tell real lie, some ginormous kind of lie, If you had 2 sheep, Ralph could take 1. If you had 2 houses, Ralph could take 1. If your house had 2 rooms, Ralph could take 1. Ralph could put the head on the dollar, and they actually printed money with Dr. Gonzalez on it. Yep. I know Elson had one in his office just on the wall to remind him of the lie. To remind him of the lie. If we move the Queen, people from England will lose their pension. If we lose the Queen, we can't go back England. If we move the Queen as a state, we can't go back England. I mean, the extent to the lies told by the NDP in 2009 to scare Vincentians into voting against a proposed constitution that even they agreed was better than what we had was just crazy. And unfortunately, well, exactly, lies. And the reality is they have not stopped. Their lies have continued and they're getting worse. So they go, for example, and they tell you nothing happening. How is it Senator John, who lives in Owia, could tell you nothing happening, and the ULP ain't do anything for North Windward? Senator John, who drives across the Rabaka Bridge, there's nothing. As a matter of fact, that is so significant as something because the part that she has now aligned herself to told us that that was impossible. If you take something that was previously thought impossible and do it, there is no way anybody could look at it and tell you there's nothing. But Senator John drives across the bridge regularly and then opens her mouth and tells you nothing happening. That the government, that Labour in North Windward. Senator John, who taught at the Sandy Bay Secondary School, a school that was done by Labour. This school was put there by Labour. It's we who built that. To provide access for students above the Dry River. Says nothing happening. So why is that trust in education, Senator John? You taught at nothing? Your experience as a teacher was gained at a nothing? You have a call in?
Yes, we have we've missed it. You go ahead.
Eh? So well, if the school was a nothing, then the pupils that who when they nobody's.
Let's take the call. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Denny. Morning, Sian.
Morning,
Sian, let me ask you something. Sheva and John look sensible to you? She looks sensible. She talks sensible. I wouldn't even walk my head over.
I cannot look at somebody and assess their sensibleness.
So just leave she right there. She ain't sensible none all. If you listen to this woman, they don't know the head from the foot for she. Oh my God.
She lives in Owia, where there is a $30 million fisheries complex. $30 million. There's nothing. $30 million in a small community of Owia. And somebody put bringing electricity to North Windward. Bringing electricity to North Windward. Something that the NDP said ain't going to happen because they can't afford it. So I'm bringing it.
Let's take another call. Hello, good morning.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Excellent in Stephen always, because I'm sitting here listening. And I thought about the same thing. I thought, wait a minute. If NDP had a rally on Saturday night, and in response to that, a couple of days later, ULP could procure how many laptops?
5,000.
man, that is phenomenal. Wait a minute, come on. That is great. I mean, these people just constantly insult the intelligence of people. I was trying to get in the other day, and then the Prime Minister came on. But anyway, I called that and shake up Dr. Ferdinand about the same thing they talked about at the rally. Nothing happening. So I have come to the conclusion that either Dr. Gonsalves is an optical illusion, or Friday is an optical illusionist. Because it is either, if we've seen the modern medical complex, the smart hospital, the polyclinics, that's in the area of health. The airport, bridge over, all these things. Right? So it's either that they do not exist, but that the optical illusionist Dr. Ross Gonsalves make it seem that they're there. They're there. You understand? Or that they are there, and the optical illusionist Dr. Friday, like Mr. Gentleman David Copperfield, that made the Statue of Liberty disappear. So it has to be either or. I mean, when would these people learn to practice smart politics? You don't tell somebody that something is in front of them that is not there. Stuff that people watch from the turn of the charter to the foundation until the completion of these facilities. Okay? In the case of the airport, when Dr. Gonsalves went to the Methodist Church Hall in 2005, okay, and laid out his plan in 2008, all the struggles, the coalition of the willing, the people going crazy up in Canada talking about the nonsense, okay? And all these things are reality. Then Mr. Friday, nobody loves him more than me.
I heard that.
But I challenge him to give up his Canadian passport, renounce his Canadian citizenship, because it's an insult to Vincentians who only have one allegiance and one loyalty. So you are saying your half allegiance, your half loyalty is more than the full and complete loyalty of Vincentians who only pledge allegiance to one flag. It's an insult.
It is an insult.
It's an insult. Because you have a valid allegiance, and whether it's on 2/3, 1/3, or however you split it,
it's split.
You're saying that amount of allegiance you have to St. Vincent supersedes the allegiance and love that anybody else in any other Vincent has for St. Vincent. This is very, very insulting. These fellas, who do they think they're talking to? And that it goes back to why they do not want the people of St. Vincent to be educated. So to keep them in ignorance and keep them in subjection. That is why they wanted to prolong their education apartheid. So that only the children of the well-heeled, the bourgeoisie, upper class, should be able to grace the halls of tertiary institutions, universities, and colleges around the world. That is what they insisted that Vincentian children. Then Mr. Friday said, talk about education revolution. So you send your kid to school, your kid going to school in Form 1, you buy the uniform, you buy the best backpack, and by Form 2, Form 3, they drop out. Hello? So parents have no responsibility to maintain their children's attendance in school? No responsibility?
None.
And hello?
The government fault.
You, Mr. Friday, and your party oppose education revolution. You, Mr. Friday, the same kids that you talk about going at Form 1 and drop out at Form 3, 2/3 of them would never have gotten into a secondary school in the first place. You think we forget? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Friday, I want to see a debate, a live televised debate between Dr. Friday and Dr. Gonzalez.
But we sit in Parliament all the
I want
time.
to see that.
We sit in Parliament all the
I
time.
want to see that. And I am willing to contribute to sponsoring that debate. Let him go put the toe with Dr. Gonzalez side by side at two podiums and debate these issues. Don't come and drop some kind of trap speech at a rally and run away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dishonest, disingenuous, demagogue. Gentlemen.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
All right, I endorse that call. How you gonna tell me you had two wives and you come tell me nobody love them more than you? Eh? The Bible says cast off two masters at the same time because you love one and hate the other.
Right.
I hate the one and love the other. So you're born in St. Vincent and Grenadines and should pledge allegiance to the flag of St. Vincent and Grenadines naturally by virtue of your birth. But you get up and you go away, and as a big man, you decide instead to pledge allegiance to another country. And you come to tell me that the allegiance that you have for St. Vincent, the split allegiance, the little piece that you have left, is more than everybody else. I agree with that. But the lies continue. You know, the shifting positions of the NDP is as a result of, or are as a result of the fact that they have no plans. So they shift. So they go from lies to give me a chance to they don't like Ralph. Because outside of that, they have not brought to you any credible bit of ideas for you to say, you know what, I like that. Look, we made this point already. Any event of the ULP that you go, the speakers come and talk substance. What happened, what is happening, what they plan to do. Any rally, any meeting, any function. You listen to the bridge opening, you heard. You have a rally for how many hours, and every speaker, after they don't criticize and say and talk lie and say nothing happening. But we wouldn't get into what you would do right now. Now is not the time for specifics. We go talk about specifics another time. What do you mean? Which other time? What do you mean you go talk about this specific another time? You're criticizing it now. You're saying nothing happening now. You're saying that Labour ain't do nothing for Northwind what? Well, tell me what NDP going to do. Don't tell me at another time we're going to tell you what we're going to do. But that was every speaker. Now not time for specifics. Now not time for specifics. Now not time for specifics. Oh, okay. Well, I realize I'm going to be waiting like in vain for specifics. But while they try and stitch together, because you remember now, the Farmville Hotel only came after they realized there was nothing happening. They offered nothing. So whoever inspired them, go Farmville, copy and place the hotel, the hospital, and tell them to go build that. And they have some of the most ridiculous ideas. Airport and Baliso, playing field of Prackies. Oh, my Lord.
Let's go back to the lines and take another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
All right, my brother. You know, when the reason why I take in Friday.
He just called all? He just called somebody all any brother? He just called somebody all?
I think so.
Mr. Marshall. Yes, I'm Marshall about that, man. Again, what's that Friday? Boy, you know when I realized Friday, I take in Friday serious. It's because this kind of people fooling and getting votes when election time comes. They only why I take in Friday serious, but I see Friday as a total man that's losing it. I see Friday as somebody that really ain't understand his own self. Because Friday is a total madman and a madman is an embarrassing man, you know. The second party is an embarrassing party. With everything they say and do, he just, well, as Friday the head of that. I think Mr. Yusuf still has no understanding and sense and call himself economic, but Friday really gone off. But let me tell you something, no, man. Why I say that? The first thing I hear from Friday as a big man is to bring everybody in town to live because to stem this traffic. Well, I was wondering if a man could, if he could make a mistake, if he could say that kind of thing, so because they total mad people thing, people that taking some kind of thing that I don't understand. And then Friday say after Iran you have update. Friday say that the Prime Minister afraid to call election. That is another mad science idea to me again. How Friday could come up with that idea? Hello?
Well, you can ask me that.
Because I these guys and them, I wonder if it's people that they put to Ben Vincent and mine. So my guy Vincent and tell them all kind of thing within too. What do you mean? Turning back on them because but I don't always say a man that fool himself. That's how to fool people have to fool himself, If you say take him to the last day going and die, you have to fool yourself because all them things them for that fool is saying for the prosperous country. Like this way you have no big set of mineral and gold and diamond and all kind of things to build up the economy. And you got somebody with a brain, God put a man in a brain, somebody who have understanding and common sense and put them line up around him. And you see this country going so good.
Well, unfortunately, the call dropped out there.
Somebody said, Denny, that the guys on Hot 97 are downplaying Camilo's announcement on bids for Holiday Inn management.
You serious?
Well, I mean, but
You serious?
But that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get from those guys every single day. So here's the point. Here's the point. When you remember when the airport was being built, and you had the same type of attitude where individuals were not preparing themselves. You know what happened afterwards? People have to scramble when things happen. And by that time, costs for this gone up, costs for that gone up, so it's more expensive to get involved. I'll listen to Luke and Chaga.
Let's take this next call.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, Caddy.
Yes, Caddy, morning. I didn't mention Jomo, and I didn't think so. So you should be okay this morning. Your blood pressure should be good because I did not say the word Jomo. So your blood pressure should be good this morning. Oh shoot! I said Luke on 97. Never mind.
Caddy, you're live. You're on.
Yes, Caddy, you're on. You're on. Like you don't hear me, man.
Okay, yeah. I just want. Okay. Let me see if I can take you back, way back, even before Ralph Gonsalves get into, well, not into politics, but he was in politics a long time. And how consistent this man is. I know in South Rivers, even when this man bought land in South Rivers for the community. That's where they put one of the, what you call it, community center. He did the same thing in Park Hill. I know when this man was practicing law, that he worked for gratis, for nothing, for a lot of these people in his constituency. I'm telling you about this. And when this man got into politics, he didn't stop there because he got into power. This man put money into people to dispose in that way. He's not from Beckway, he's from Pannery. Right? And he continued on and just fighting for Vincentians. And not even just Vincentians, even Caribbean. I know when Antigua was in trouble financially or whatever it is, this man put money into a bank there to help Antigua. This is how this man does. You tell me any one of these guys, whether even the past prime minister, and the prime minister, whether Eustace or even
James.
Mitchell, or even any of these other guys that did anything for convince anybody for the community and or anything like that. Mr. bought land at how much? 45 cents at thing and so on or whatever. For himself and his friends and get them to look for him to buy land for all this kind of money. And then he sold back his thing for millions. So all these things, and you can't find it, you never hear right in these kind of crooked things, underhand stuff. So you wouldn't name any one of these guys in the NDP, whether Friday or Leacock or Cummins and his brother led, or the government a whole lot of money for his wine business and rent something and so on and all that. All these people just want to dig from the government and they come up with all that. This other one in Central Kingston, he wants to be security minister, whatever it is, Minister of National Security. And he has his issues, so he's going to solve that. I guess he's going to take money out of his pocket to buy bullets for whoever it is, his bodyguard.
Kadi, do not put Star in trouble. Okay.
And whether Nice Radio or all these other radios and so on, they just want to see this man go. I don't understand why. And I'm up here and I'm saying, wait, what has this man done to St. Vincent the Grenadines? He put the airport on his back, basically. The criticize it. Everything he does. Now this new project, they're doing the same thing. The man said Joe Thomas from nothing really coming from America and put him in position and all this kind of stuff. And this man is a loser. He can't win nothing. He succeeded in nothing. Yet he comes back and he starts with the government. So I don't understand. You guys tell me, and you point out any one of them on NBC who ever done something worthwhile for St. Vincent the Grenadines. We have one now in East Kingston now. All of a sudden, he was a ULP man and so on. Had job in foreign or wherever, and now all of a sudden he come home and for some reason he's still putting it in office, and he now talking about blaming Ralph now for the crimes in Vincent the Grenadines. But when you guys are on and I'm listening, I get angry, so I just try to come off.
But I can understand how we angry when you're angry when we're on Caddy.
And I know you guys say you guys want to come in and I don't let you guys to talk. But I don't know why I never usually hear the maybe because I'm talking too fast. Anyway, thanks for listening to me, gentlemen. I just want to good morning, I'm Dr. Cox. I haven't heard this man in a long time. Anyway, I go on.
Thank you, Caddy. Thank you, man.
Imagine that Caddy is telling me that when we on, he does get angry. Caddy, when we get angry when we there, you should be happy. Anyhow, we already for a break. But let me tell you something. We're gonna make the break a little short because we have plenty to talk about. The lies are continuing, and we have to spend time dispelling the lies because we want individuals in this country to start trusting their eyes. If you want to do it before, so for example, I mean. In the 5 years of the medical diagnostic center in Georgetown, then it need nothing. You know, a man get belly bust and hold his stripe in his hand, and the nothing of Georgetown fix it.
Yeah.
People see that. People in Georgetown see that, and you go and listen to Daniel Cummins and Chevron John tell you nothing happening, and talk and decry our healthcare system. And rubbish our healthcare system. the healthcare system that your mother and your father and your grandparents and yourself go to weekly, get tended to by the doctor, get your blood pressure medication, get your diabetes care and so forth. Eh? When your son bruises his stumpy toe and so on, a day you get dressing. Eh? Where you were born and where you delivered your children with a mortality rate, an infant mortality rate that is almost 0. And you go make them little all you. You will see that, witness that, be a part of that, benefit from that. But you're going to ignore all of that and listen to Chevron and Daniel come and tell you not happening in health, that we are the worst healthcare system in the world. Really? Let me take a break. Come right back.
On Friday, May 19th, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $102,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next lotto jackpot, $102,000.
At the People's Pharmacy, we put our mission at the center of our name. We are people-centered, and every day we renew this commitment to providing products and services that help our valued customers lead healthier and happy lives. The People's Pharmacy fills prescriptions promptly and accurately, and also offers a wide range of vitamins and supplements, plus generic medication for everything from an upset stomach to the common cold. We offer toiletries and baby care items, skin care and hair care items too. All that coupled with a friendly, knowledgeable, and efficient staff to ensure customer satisfaction every time you shop. The People's Pharmacy offers extended opening hours, 8 in the morning to 8 p.m., Mondays through Saturdays. For more information, give us a call at 456-1170. The People's Pharmacy. We go further to serve you better.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody. Dream house, renovating or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, luxury vinyl planks, and a wide assortment of stylish trims. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, pickets in metal, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your staircase a centerpiece. We offer personalized selection and shipping service from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon on WhatsApp at 289-200-7649 or District Stairs on Facebook.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$210,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for midday Friday, May 19th. It's $210,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger
SVG's newest beauty store, The Beauty Shack. Beauty Shack. There you will find a wide range of items for ladies, from human and synthetic braids and weaves to half wigs, bras, panties, costume jewelry, handbags, purses, and a whole lot more. The Beauty Shack, guys, you're not left out, as there's a variety of colognes and gift sets to choose from. At The Beauty Shack, located on James Street in the same building that houses Eat Right Restaurant. Opening hours 7:30 a.m. until. Visit us or call 485-6681 for The Beauty Shack to make your true fashion statements.
Winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority is working with our registered tourism service providers to remain resilient and ready to serve Vincentians and visitors alike. Play your part by practicing the public health protocols and get vaccinated. Look out for our tourism-approved safe zones and always keep in a zone. A message from the SVG Tourism Authority. Keep in a zone.
The Yellow Pen Movement and the Carnival Bands Inc. presents the ultimate all-white fete, Ivory Soiree.
In the engine room.
Ivory Soiree on May the 28th at the Victoria Park Lawn with 8 top steel orchestras, mass presentation, venue transformation, trendy soca, reggae and calypso music, plus top DJs, trending artists, table and bar services, smoke zone tokens and giveaways. It's mass meets steel pad with plenty vibes. Admission $20. Show starts at 5 p.m. The ultimate all-white launch party, Ivory Soiree, Sunday, May 28th. Be there at Victoria Park Lawn, ready to unleash the energy in the engine room. Sponsored by National Properties and the CDC.
And win even more. National Lottery has no cash in store. 4 numbers from 0 to 9. And $5 grand with $1 in line. Base 4 and back it up too. There'll be lots of cash waiting for you. Choose for Monday to Saturday. Go get your tickets, it's so easy to play. When you play for, you win even more.
Out with the old, in with the new. In the past, you complained when we failed. We listened and went back to the drawing board. At last, a new, fresh beginning. A fresh face, a new product. International Standard Metals A792 presents Galvalume, an aluminum roofing metal, branded best used for roofing material, tested and proven to be of superior quality. Get wider coverage for the best prices on the island. We offer a variety of colors, including zinc sheets. Also, take advantage of our unique roofing patterns, U-panel, industrial, and crimp Spanish style. Visit us at the Diamond Industrial Estate. Call us at 784-456-9900 or email bmlsvg@gmail.com. Galvalume, a product of International Standard Metals.
Is here. Counting down to Love Notes, May 20th. Love and Laughter, featuring the musical genius Darren Andrews and a cast of SVG's best entertainers, and the performance of a lifetime by the Caribbean's best ever to do it, Oliver Samuels a la Jamaica. Tickets regular $100, VIP $190. At Pulse, 4 Shells, Gate 3, and Chill Spot. Celebrate with Mom at Love Notes, Love and Laughter, Saturday, May 20th. Sponsors Downtown Pharmacy, Easy Bake, STV Online, Echo Finds, Sunset Shores, National Properties Limited, Asberg News Network, Geku, Bank of SVG, National Lotteries Authority, Island Sips Water, UE, Mariners Hotel, St. Vincent Brewery Limited, St. Vincent Time, Flow, Exquisite Events SVG, and Stuart Engineering.
More reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$210,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for midday, Friday, May 19th. It's $210,000.
More jackpot money. More reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Or updating, we supply high-quality engineered hardwood flooring, luxury vinyl planks, and a wide assortment of stylish trims. We also supply wall and floor tiles and tiling-related products. How about your staircase? We have railings, posts, pickets in metal, stainless steel, wood, and glass to make your staircase a centerpiece. We offer personalized selection and shipping service from Canada to SVG. Contact Marlon on WhatsApp at 289-200-7649 or District Stairs on Facebook.
Yeah, all right. Yes, we're back with you, of course, here on a wonderful Thursday morning indeed on the Star. I'm hearing a lot of stuff in between there, and that's because my mobile phone is turned up. I was listening to something during the break. So, yeah. See, and I think I quoted the wrong part of the budget speech. So let me just go through this once again, huh? Yeah, fix it. All right. It says, and this is page 31 into page 32, budget speech 2023. This year, as part of our continued digital transformation efforts, we will again be putting modern technology into the hands of our students. Through negotiations with the government of Taiwan, we have secured 3,000 Asus Chromebook Flip C214 computers, touchscreen computers, with a built-in keyboard, stylus, as it is used to, like the pen. Yeah, right. And rugged design to withstand the rigors of backpacks and classrooms. You see how they treat them, right? The devices will be shipped from California next week. That's Camila Gonzalez speaking in February of this year. And we'll be here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a matter of weeks. The Ministries of Information, Technology and Education are currently finalizing plans for the optimal use as learning and teaching aids this year. Similarly, under the COVID-19 response program funded by the Caribbean Development Bank, an additional 2,000 tablets will be purchased this year to equip incoming primary school students and replace damaged devices. These devices will complement the $1.5 million upgrade to school computer labs discussed elsewhere in this speech. That's from Budget 2023. And it goes on to say that the 5,000 tablets to be received and deployed in 2023 once again prove that the government continues to find ways to be consistent, sustainable, and cutting edge in the delivery of technology to our youth. We will continue to ensure that the next generation has hands-on familiarity with the latest technology, and that technology is further integrated into our digital transformation agenda.
And this happened since January. But Tuesday morning on a radio station, and the expectation, I don't know what our expectations are. I don't know if it is, and that was the question my buddy Boeing used to always ask. Is it they giving us what we desire, or are we accepting what they're giving us? Are they giving us what we are demanding, or are we settling and just accepting what we are getting? Because you have to make demands. You have to demand more from the media. You have to demand more. So when individuals whose responsibility it is to inform you and educate you, not just entertain you. I understand that there must be some entertainment value. There must be some entertainment value, yes. But the entertainment cannot be the main focus. In the same way, for example, Friday admitted that he knew and understood that many came to Georgetown for Farmer Happy and Javinci and Carbon Jams. He admitted that. They didn't go there to hear what NDP has to offer because they know what NDP has to offer. Nothing. So you hear Farmer Happy come on. Oh Lord, you're hooking me. And the war city hook me, man. They hear Javinci coming. Ordinarily, if the same, if $120 for strong rum bring Javinci, you might pay $300 for a ticket. You're going to see him free. So they go see Javinci. Because the young people are already aware that when you want substance, when you want a plans, any ambitious young person who has goals and plans for the future understands that those can only be satisfied through the plans, programs, and policies of the ULP. Those goals can only be accomplished by the execution and implementation of the policies of the ULP government. Pipe dreams and small talk by the NDP ain't going to help you go university. And that's the reality.
Let's take a call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Labour Party people.
Morning, my
Morning,
sister.
Morning.
Labour Party person. You know, the only time when I say it's covered in yellow is independence, you know. Otherwise, that's not enough.
That's it.
Yeah. Since yesterday I wanted to say this is failing, but I'm going to call to say today. I think that we have forgotten that under the New Democratic Party, Nemo was a one-man office.
Yes.
One man in an office constituted Nemo to manage disasters, all types of disasters in our country, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yes.
Look at the transformation from one man to an entire organization to satellite sites. And imagine, NDP people are shamelessly criticizing Nemo.
Yes.
And I find as Labour Party people, we do not sufficiently remind them of some of these things.
I agree.
We do not sufficiently remind them of when they are there crucifying the leadership of Nemo and the operations of Nemo. There were no operations on NDP as it relates to disaster management. The US even went as far as to put a little tax for disaster. So we would have the money reserved to do, at least to begin to manage disasters when they occur. There was nothing like that under the NDP. Nothing, absolutely. And they have the audacity to criticize what we have now. I would not even refer to it as a vast improvement. They have nothing.
Yes.
But now we have something.
Yes.
Which is operational, which is what I'm not saying that it is perfect. It is not perfect. But it has been doing what it was created to do. Shameless NDP, criticizing what they could not do, what they could not put in place.
And I think that's it.
Thank you very much. This was what I wanted to remind yourself from since yesterday.
Thank you, my comrade.
Have a great day.
Yes. She should go down. She will go meet PM because PM is Jamaica today. Yes, I was saying. She should go down. She want to hook up your PM. Listen to me. Denny, I know exactly what the comrade is talking about, what PM is talking about. When I worked at the Ministry of Telecommunications.
Hold your thought.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this call.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Denny. Good morning, someone.
Yes, morning.
Go ahead, we're hearing you. Let's think to you.
I support the lady 100%.
Yes.
Because there's something that that station happens. If it's some other country, they're close on that. There's a lot of information, bad information, negative information, pessimistic ideas, lies and delusion, gossiping, busybody, tailbearer party station. And the NDP they're not ready yet. So I support that lady, and I have nothing to talk about. I will say tomorrow, please God, both physically and spiritually, and Friday, and Monday. Thank you very much. Continue the program, man. The best talk show, political talk show host in Simmons and Granny, and on the Caribbean.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, man. Then you remember the NCB, to the back of the NCB where the audit is at the building now, and the old building, which is now the parking lot by health. All of that is very complex.
Right.
That's where social development and so on was. What some individuals may not know was that those buildings there was like a tunnel, not tunnel, but you could have walked from over there straight across to where the parking lot is now behind for Tongboard.
Right.
Behind was the Ministry of Telecommunication, Gerald Thompson's minister.
Right. Printer was behind there too, right?
No,
one time.
Not print, yes, absolutely, yes, to the back, yes, absolutely. And downstairs was the electoral office.
Right.
I worked at the Ministry of Telecommunications. Mr. Cupid was the gentleman, nice gentleman, very, very, very cordial and so forth. He was the gentleman who was Nemo.
Was Nemo.
He was Nemo. He had a little office right there. He would come over. As soon as he come up the steps, he turned to go down. His office was right there. And then he went through the main door. And the PS at the time, Mr. James, his office was as soon as he entered that section that was called the web unit at the time, now ITSD, and that was where I worked. I worked in the web unit. Right? So I know that Mr. Cupid would come in the morning, open the office thing, then the office thing, he ain't humbugging nobody, ain't troubling nobody, do he work? In the evening, Mr. Cupid get up, get a little lunch bag and so forth, and he go home. That was Nemo. That was the extent of Nemo.
The movie Nemo.
It clearly was Nemo now. It wasn't Nemo then. But I thought he's absolutely right. And PM know what he's saying. Because for the period I worked at Telecom for about 4 years. And for the entire period, I interacted with Mr. Cupid many times. Many times. I'll tell you, a nice man. Soft-spoken, very cordial, nice man. But that was the extent to Nemo. So listen, it's the envy, Denny. It's the envy of the NDP that causes them to be so dishonest. Because you want to tell me, in all the years of the NDP, you didn't carry electricity over the Dry River because they couldn't afford. Labour carried it, but you see, that's nothing. In all the years of the NDP, there wasn't a secondary school in Sandy Bay. There wasn't a secondary school above the Dry River. The few students who did manage to go to secondary school had to go to Georgetown or maybe North Union. ULP built a school there where the current senator and NDP candidate taught. She says that's nothing. NDP said building a bridge over Rabaka was impossible. Impossible. And all they better walk under the sun like Gong Puppy. The ULP came, built the bridge. Chevron says that's nothing. Oh, yeah, it's a fishing village. People used to fish. There was nothing there. The ULP went and built a $30 million modern facility there. Chevron, who lives in Ovia, who drives past that thing, says the ULP has done nothing for North Union. That $30 million facility is nothing. It appears to me that what they could not do, and the ULP has exposed them by doing and making it look easy, they then turn around and say, that's nothing. Well, the only way, or the only body you consider is nothing is we, because there's nothing, man. Very easy we do that. Boy, hello, I'll actually build a bridge over Rabaka. Oh, that was nothing. You will laugh. That's the only how we could use that phrase there. Boss, all it really be like airport out there, boy. All it really be like airport. That was nothing, man. Listen, we just start. That was nothing. You know the expression that we use? Meaning it was simple. It took no effort. Well, the ULP may have made it look like it didn't require effort, but it required effort. They all required creativity, innovation. When you look at Argyle and how it was funded, we made it look easy. People across the world would marvel at what we've done. And so we make it look like nothing, but that's something. I hope all you understand the expression, you know. Because, you know, somebody going to cut the clip and say, I say it was nothing, eh? So I hope all you listening to me so that when the clip comes up and they start to play the clip and say, hey, Sian Marshall said that there is nothing, you all will know the context in which I'm talking about. I see this new trend on TikTok where students are saying, this is me before the exam. And then after the exam, now they come and say, this is me after the exam. Listen, it's really funny though. It's really funny. Some students are they're really funny. They're apparently for fuel and nutrition, they were supposed to label a cow. Cow, where's cow? I never see cow. So we never see cow. You just eat cow all the time. Just say foot, head, belly. You know, and then they do that say, man, before the exam, of course, that and there's nothing. I can mash that up. Distinction College, the Jamaicans saying. That is what you expect talking about. When I tell you how we make it look easy. What the man name boy? Something Jams from Trinidad. He said, look, for them it's hard, but it's easy for we. For them it's hard. As a matter of fact, for them it's impossible, but it's easy for we. Because we're getting it done. For them, for them, universal access to secondary education was to be a consideration in 2030. At the present moment, for them, it was impossible to even consider. I wonder if you understand what I'm talking about. When the World Bank and them approach the NDP administration, they say, hey, we ain't even talking implementation. We can't even consider, we can't think about that now. So consideration of universal access to secondary education was considered impossible. We can't think about that now. Check we back in 30 years. And maybe then our capacities or intellectual capacities may have developed enough for us to think about doing it. Not doing it, Because in 30 years when they come back, they say, well, boy, I think about it, check we back in 2050. Check we back in 2050. And I believe it would have been that because anything what NDP had to deal with the 2008 financial crisis and the 2013 floods. Hello, what's up in this year? Even thinking about things was impossible for the NDP. Even considering things was impossible for the NDP. We ain't talking about implementation yet. We're talking considering. 1990, they come to me to tell about universal access. Boss, we can't even think about that now. Me can't even think about that now. My mind, my capacities, it ain't developed to the stage to even think about that. Would you what? And by 2005, this ULP administration didn't just think about it and consider it. We implemented it. And the envy of the NDP, the heartburn. Listen, the education revolution represents a constant heartburn for the NDP. The airport is an ever-growing ulcer in the stomach of the NDP. Whenever they drive past and I see the airport, the belly does burn. Trust me on that. I could imagine people in buses, they might look to the left or look to the right, depending on which direction they're going there. We can't cars come up to watch the airport. That's the extent to where things are. And so they will continue to lie, to try and deceive. But my encouragement to you, as was the encouragement by the PM, is to believe what your eyes seeing. You can't abandon the safety and assurance of what your eyes have seen, even with the assistance of glasses. You can't abandon that and instead cling to the lies, the lying words of political commentators, radio hosts, and NDP politicians who tell you nothing happening, nothing in do. And when they realize that they cannot succeed with the too extreme nothing do, they then come with, but why is the benefit for we? What I do for we? Which is an even more dishonest approach, or at least an equally dishonest approach, because you benefited. If you choose not to check the source, if you choose not to go to sources of information so you can know what's going on, then you are choosing instead to be misinformed by those who are uninformed or those who are dishonest. It's up to you. And it's in the Bible. I read the text more than once. I can't remember the whole text, but it ends by saying he will send you a strong delusion that you will believe a lie. If the truth will come to you, and if the truth in your face, that's Bible, you know. So when some people, and there will be those like that, when some people, in spite of all that they're seeing and experiencing, being touched personally, would ignore and avoid and dismiss the truth that is in front of them, then the Bible that we love and we quote from says, I will send you a strong delusion that you will believe a lie. And so eventually you won't be able actually to go to an NDP rally. And when there's nothing happening, you'll clap and believe it. Because, boss, your mind not put so. Your mind done put. You have so conditioned your mind to believe lies that at a certain point, lies will become truth to you. And you will walk up to the modern medical complex to get your dialysis and walk away talking to somebody next to you and say, no, up to now, for 22 years, labor and not Georgetown, and they just left the modern medical center. Trust me. Because you've so conditioned your mind to lies that lies become truth. If you want to tell me a lie that there's a modern medical diagnostic center, go ahead. Come on the live like all the customers do and say lies. You lie. Tell me the lie attack this morning. From electricity in North Windward to fisheries complex. You know we are. To Windward Highway, to Bridge over Rabaka, to secondary school in Sandy Bay, to 48 houses in total so far being distributed to individuals who were impacted by the volcano, to Rabaka Bridge. Tell me the lie. Tell me the lie. And when you tell me the lie, I will show you a person whose mind has been conditioned to the point where they no longer recognize truth. And instead, lies have become truth. Being on stage, the information there, you can't have the safety, the assurance of your I and them. I love dialect, you know. I love dialect. The plural, in English language, to get the plural, you add S, and then you add S. So one bus, ES, two buses, and you add the S or the ES depending. Well, in dialect, you add and them. That's the plural. So singular I, plural I and them. And them, that's the plural in dialect. So if you want to ignore your I, which is one, or your I and them, which is more than one, and instead listen to the lies of the NDP, then that's up to you. That's up to you.
All right, well, with that, this is where we're going to say thank you for being a part of the Morning Scoop here on a Thursday morning. Certainly it was a pleasure sharing with you. To all the persons who listened, and I know a substantial amount of you, you don't call, but you just turn on the radio, put on the radio on 98.3, 104.7, to certainly get what we share with you on a daily basis. Thank you ever so much. Lady M is not in this morning.
They can't joke with we.
Yeah.
Caddy say, oh. We have to the breakfast this morning. Hey, and Caddy, no lie, eh? Then he stand up right? Then he stand up and look out the window. Then he say, talking to himself in the studio. He say, Lady M girl, I miss you this morning, boy. No loaves and fishes. I swear to you, Caddy. As soon as he says so, Hope you have comment, Papa. Say, oh, Danny, what can you comment?
Facts.
I tell you,
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
the truth. Even when it means that we you know what I mean, it's about us because tell you we go inside it.
Folks, it was a pleasure. Have yourself a good one. And God's willing, we'll be back with you tomorrow morning. Keep it out here on the Star. Through the valleys, over the hills, and across our beautiful waters. Star FM 98.3 and 104.7. Shining through just for you. There'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of 102,000.